somebody said, this here ain't no coincidence. He said, this sickness is not gonna end in death. The Amplified Version says, but on the contrary, it will be an occasion for God's glory, so that the Son of God, I wish I could get somebody to help me praise him, might be glorified by this. And the Bible says that when Jesus finally showed up, that Lazarus had been in the grave for 4 days. Somebody say it looked like a coincidence, but Jesus did it on purpose. Some of you don't get the 4 days, but if you understand Jewish thought, it was believed that a body wasn't completely dead until the 4th day. So Jesus didn't come on day 1. He didn't come on day 2. He did not come on day 3, when Lazarus would have needed a resuscitation. Touch somebody and say, I'm in a place where resuscitation won't work. I need a resurrection. Is there anybody in here that's looking at some dead stuff? God, I wish I had somebody that could help me praise him. Is there anybody in here that's looking at dead dreams, dead ministries, dead visions, dead finances, dead relationships? Grab somebody's hand and said, this here I'm going through calls for more than a resuscitation. I need a resurrection. And when Jesus showed up, they said, Lord, he'd been in the grave for 4 days already. But Jesus said, didn't I tell you, if you would just believe, you would see the glory of God. He said, roll back the stone. They said, by now he stinks. He cried out in a loud voice, Lazarus, come forth. And the Baptist in me said the reason why he had to call his name is because if he had said, come forth, Abraham would have got up, Mary would have got up, Sarah would have got up, Rachel would have got up, Isaac would have got up, Joseph would have got up, but he called him by your name. Aren't you glad he knows your name? Shake somebody's hand and say, he knows me by my name. Lazarus, come forth. And here come Lazarus, bound in grave clothes. Jesus said, loose him and let him go. Is there anybody here that's glad that you serve a God that's still raising up dead things? Come on and clap your hand and give him praise that he's still able. Look at somebody, say he's still able to raise up dead things. But that ain't the shout. Look at somebody and say, but that ain't the shout. The real shout is that he did it on purpose, because there were folk that were standing at the grave waiting to bury Lazarus for the last time. But when Jesus showed up and performed a resurrection, he proved to the friend that was standing by the grave that if it's dead, when Jesus shows up, anything is possible. Why don't you clap your hands and give God some praise for everybody that's standing around your grave waiting to pronounce last rites. Get somebody's hand and say, I thought I was gonna die, but I got revelation. He did this on purpose so that my enemies could see that the God that I serve will prepare a table. Anybody happy about the table in the presence of my enemies? Shout yes, yes, yeah, yeah. this. You may feel like you're dead. It may look like it's dead. But when Jesus shows up, he can perform a resurrection. I am the resurrection and the life. He that believe, though they were dead,